Hey everybody, this is Francesco Abbruzzino with the Rogue Rant. What we're seeing are scenes from the Pulse. Yes, the Pulse, where 50 people are now dead. 53 people are injured, some critically. This turns out to be one of the most horrific mass shootings in U.S. history. Omar Mateen, he's been on the FBI's list in their eyes before, on their radar for links to terrorism. However, this known quantity was able to get off of that list because there was no evidence to warrant further probing. Forget the couple trips to Saudi Arabia. Forget his talk about extremism with his friends and fellow employees. Forget that his father once said when he wanted to be president of Afghan that he was in full support of the Taliban. You know that extremist group over there in Afghanistan? Yet the same father comes out and he says, hey, look, Mateen was not a terrorist. This shooting was not about religion, he says. This shooting was over Mateen's disgust with two gay guys kissing. But I'm telling you, that is all about religion when we're talking about Islam. You know, to sit there and say it was not about religion after the guy calls 911 exclaiming his loyalty to ISIS is preposterous. And I'm here to tell you that everything to do with Mateen's religion, the religion that actively calls for execution of gays, Christians, and non-Muslims, had something to do with this incident. Come on, people, we need to wake up and smell the coffee. The guy, for God's sake, the guy called 911 proclaiming allegiance to ISIS. Yet our own president will not say it was radical Islam. Oh, it was terror. Yeah, it was terror. Radical Islam terror. No, what they do, what most liberals did, is they call them out. They call for gun controls. Yes, they try to politicize any mass shooting so that they can push their agenda through. But instead of what they need to do is look at the real source of this problem. And that's the extremism that is this extremism sect that's within Islam. You know, one thing that separates this bar situation and why it was targeted probably, besides the fact that their individuals are gay, their sexual preference, is that people are not allowed to bring guns into these bars. They're gun-free zones. Perhaps if there wasn't a gun-free zone, somebody had a gun on them, this tragedy could have been averted. The shooter undoubtedly knew this, and he chose this target with that in mind. The same reason the one guy that shot Christina Grimmie the other day, that was a gun-free zone. He knew it. He went there and he killed this young lady. If you look at the video recordings, like the one that you're watching now, there's one out there that shows that the gunfire took place within a matter of seconds. About 20 shots that were fired. This is a shooting that was driven by ideology. And you cannot deny it. I know a lot of people on the left, Obama and everyone, would love to deny it, therefore it never happened. But we're not stupid. We're not buying into that propaganda. Banning guns will do nothing about this whole gun control. It'll do nothing to a man that's hell-bent on mass murder out there. He'll get the gun somewhere else. This guy went through every legal course. He was in security, for God's sake. And he was still able to get the guns. The Islamic State and their pledged supporters living here in the United States have just been given a roadmap for mass casualty attacks and how to do it successfully. And you can rest assured that in America, if they're planning to kill you, your family members, your neighbors, and they're here. I put out an article, about 900 of them are said to be here in the United States. We've caught them, Middle Eastern hotbeds, areas where the people have been smuggled in. Palestine, Pakistan, Afghan, Homeland Security, caught them at the border. How long before these Islamic terrorists wage jihad on soft targets throughout America? Who knows? Maybe the next time it'll be a cafeteria, school cafeteria, a mall, other venues where we congregate. You know, last night, or a couple nights ago, there was this gay bar in Orlando. Tomorrow may be a gathering of women that are dressed inappropriately according to Muhammad. Or perhaps it's going to be a Christian church. You know, someone that's out there preaching something that is against the teachings and beliefs of Islam. There's hundreds of reasons why each and every one of us could be a target. This is, without a doubt, a war. Make no mistake about it. We need to take action. But first of all, our leader needs to step up and call what it really is. Radical Islam terrorism. This has been Francesco Abbruzzino with the Rogue Rant.